Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and yes, there's been another break. Now, I don't want to get into why there's been a break right now. It's going to be a little bit obvious if you've been a long-term subscriber of the channel, what's kind of gone on. You'll see the changes in the channel as they do develop. I will do a proper video when I'm good and ready to explain a little bit more what's going to happen with the channel and what's going to happen moving forward. However, today, we are going to do some work on the minivan, my 1980 minivan, my dream mini, the car that will definitely stay. Now, I say definitely stay because when we get into what's been going on, you'll understand. So it's easy enough to work this out. Quite a few cars have left this channel. It's a bit unfortunate. Life throws you these things. You adapt, overcome, and you're definitely going to be stronger from it. However, some cars have left the channel, one of which you do know about because I did post it on my Instagram and stuff like that, but a few others have definitely gone and a few others still might have to go. Purely so I can get myself to where I want to be to do these cars, the ones that truly matter to me. So let's get stuck into today's video. So the minivan, the last you saw of it, it was up on the rotisserie spit. We had a bit of a gander underneath, but really not too much. And we were making a bit of a game plan of what's going to go on. Today's video, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just winging it. We've got no rain outside, which you know we've got to do all this kind of work outside now. And I've actually got the enthusiasm that you want to actually come and do this. So what we're going to do, I think, is we're going to get the wire wheel out and we're going to have a good go underneath and see what we can find. If we can do any repairs without having to buy any panels just yet, we obviously know we're going to have to buy some. And that is how we're going to go it. We're going to wing it. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I don't know how in-depth it's going to be. However, it's a video nonetheless, guys. July, we're going to try and get back to one video a week. We're going to start smashing out these cars and we're going to just really get back into this. As and when it will come, like I say, I'll adapt and I'll show you what's been going on in the channel. Long-term OGs will know and understand. Patreons, members, I'll put a little video in there for you guys to watch. So if you want to become a Patreon or member, trust me right now, that is literally one of the best things you can do for the channel. However, just watching, giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing is free, and it's honestly a heartfelt thing. So please do that. Right, so in Dean the Machine's world, that we called lawn care enthusiasts. So I do apologise about that noise. We are outside. We've got to be outside, like I mentioned. Right, it's nice and warm, although it does look like it's going to rain. We're going to do our best. Let's get this thing flipped over. Let's have a proper look at the underside of it. And what I want to do, like I say, is I want to try and treat what's there, grind back any loose flaky paint, see how many panels we've got to buy, make a proper list, and we can get cracking. So, this beautiful tool from rolloverjigs.com, go and check them out, the link in the description below. Really cannot appreciate their support with this. It's going to make life so much easier. Watch this. Pull the pin. I should really be wearing gloves, but hey ho. That looks like a good positioning. So what I mean by all the flaky paint is all of this kind of horribleness. So I don't know how much of a floor I'm going to have to replace until I really get stuck into this. I mean, ideally the van's going to want 2 half floors. We don't really know. You know, some people would say you put a whole floor in it. I'm not doing a whole floor. I do not want to do one of them anytime soon. But we've got loads of repairs like this. This side's got an oversill and this side hasn't, which is very weird. But you know, a lot of this is just old bitumen-y horrible paint which is just flaking away. So what I think is we're going to get a wire wheel on. This I've already decided because someone's done this cut, someone's done this, and then someone's done this. What is that? It's not even welded to anything. So yeah, so someone's done that. So you can get an M machine, which is probably most of the panels I think I end up using in this build. So where someone's done this with this oversill, which we all, come on, don't do them, don't do it. Where someone's done that, we can come up to this flute. So if you remember James's Mini, you can kind of come up between these two flutes or this flute, or you can come all the way across. On the driver's side, I think we're going to come all the way across because it's completely rotted out all the way across the box section, all the way along. Oh, God, there's bugs everywhere. They'll soon go when the wire wheel starts going. But on this one, I reckon we can come across, come away over here, because all of this is really nice. But we're going to find out more, because we might be eating our own words in a minute when we go through the car. And yeah, let's get grinding. So we're actually going to kickstart by getting these fuel and brake lines off. I'm going to lay them out how they've come off the van, and then that way when I make the new ones up, I kind of got a bit of a datum point shape. It's always worth doing this. So they're only clipped in theory. Bit of screwdriver. So I should just be able to bend these prongs out like that. Just like that. And then that way we've got a bit of an idea of where it all goes. Do the same with the brake, although the brake isn't so difficult to sort and the brake's completely snapped. So oh, that's horrible. She's crusty. So any of these tabs that don't come on the new panels as well, I'm kind of mentally making a bit of a note of how many are broken. So that's the brake one, what's left of it out of the way. So with that now, we can kind of get going with the wire wheel. No, we're not going to foul anything or get it snagged up, because you don't want a wire wheel snagging up at the best of times. It's bad enough having all these little things in the way. So let's do it. Oh, it's been a while. Here comes the jacket. Protect my arms from all the bits. Sorry, legs. Oh, it needs a good wash, but it's been a while. Let's do it. Let's get incredibly dirty and make a lot of noise. Hee. Right, so a break from the grinder. They're a little bit on them wire wheels. They're awful to use. Bit of a clean up, bit of lunch. But yeah, this is where we're at. So obviously I've not bothered wasting time and energy on that because I kind of know at least from there is going. All of this has come up really well. There's a few holes that have kind of revealed back here. Basically this is a normal length floor pan, and that's as much longer as a commercial or long wheelbase mini floor pan is. This is an extra piece that they put in at factory, so you see it's overlapped and stuff, so that's where it's rotted, because it's overlapped. So got two choices there: either get rid of all of this and do a half floor and get rid of all of that altogether, which is what I'm gonna have to do on the other side definitely, or I repair it. There's a few little pinholes in this main floor, flat floor pan section here. It does seem a shame to cut it all out after doing some really big restorations, and people just saying just cut it out, I want the whole panel in and stuff like that. You know, you've seen the previous restorations, we either do repairs or we do full hit panels. This is obviously an expensive restoration as it is. I want to focus on the engine and stuff a little bit more on this car and the interior. Obviously the shell needs to be right, but I also don't want to throw loads of money and time and resources at panels that don't need to be done. So I'm a little bit on the fence price wise to do a quarter floor or a half floor. There's really not a lot in it, so I think it's going to end up having two half floors to keep the exhaust tunnel and go from there. So what I'd like you guys to do is drop in the description, and what would you think? Would you do the two half floors? I'm not cutting a lot out and doing a full floor. It's not getting put on some sort of jig. We haven't got that. We haven't got that kind of money, and we haven't got that kind of time to do that. We can't do that in the way we're doing it here. It doesn't need it. I'm not replacing stuff that doesn't need to be done. Ideally you'll be doing this with a shop blaster, so it'll be a lot quicker and a bit less jittery. And I have just ran the wire wheel across this bit here, one of the supports, and this is absolutely mint. If all of this can come up like that, I'd be really happy. Even up in there is really decent. This arch is okay, that close is gone, but if I can set the arch up here, there's no rot in it at all. It's just flaky horrible paint and dirt. This side has got a hole in it, so, but weirdly the driver's side's the worst side on this van, which just seemed a bit odd. Obviously the valance is going, that's fine. So I'm kind of okay. I knew it'd be a quarter or a half, and I think we're leaning towards a half, but what would you say? Would you repair that flat part of the pan here, repair these pinholes, repair that and still do the quarter floor and save the majority of this? I don't know. I'll have a look at panels and stuff like that. Go and see our good friends at Minimine and see what we can do with them. We might be able to get some you know, advice and a few deals on some panels and stuff. So while I've got you, while we're on the subject of Minimine, why don't you go check them out? There's a link description below to their eBay shop, and on the screen now is a discount code. So when you use this discount code, when you spend £15 or more, you'll get 10% off your purchase. Stuff like that massively helps the channel. I love the fact that people go up to Minimine, oh, I've seen your channel, want to use this, use the eBay store. There's so many parts on it, all the little finicky bits that you can't get hold of normally. Everything's on there. They're a great bunch of people, and if you ever need advice, or if you're local, or you want to pick up the phone, they are really, really nice people, and they really know their minis. So please go and use the discount code. It's a massive way of helping out the channel. Obviously, when I come to rebuild parts, like these scabby subframes, I'm going to need loads of bits. So I have been collecting bits over the years, to be quite fair, but we're going to need loads of stuff. So go check them out. Discount code on the screen now. Get on it. So after a brief break, just going around the edges with a screwdriver and a hammer, just getting the sealant out, and I really didn't know that Matt owned this vehicle before me. Look at that fiberglass. Nice repair that, Matt. Yeah. Probably the most solid part of that rear quarter. But yeah, that's right down in there. So this whole corner's gone, that whole corner's fine. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's a bit weird. Because normally, in the UK, the passenger side of the vehicle would rot out more, because that side's in like the grass verge, kicking up all the salt, all the dirt, all the grime. But weirdly, the driver's side in this is gone. So unless it lived a bit of a life abroad. Yeah, weird, very weird. So yeah, all in all, a little bit odd. Right, let's get some more wire wheeling done. Now my hands have gone back to normal. I want to try and get all the centre off here, and then I'm going to go in and go to a point. I don't think I'm even going to bother with this. This side's definitely coming off. So I'm going to focus on the exhaust tunnel and the back here, because this obviously I want to keep. This is a big part of the van, and then we might get involved in the arches and see where we get. This video is probably going to be a clean up and assess, and then I want opinions in the comments. Obviously I've done a few minis now, but I've never done a van. I've never done a long wheelbase mini to this point. I've done repairs and stuff, but I'm learning as we go. So I'm thinking 2 half floors already, so see what you think. I'm going to get on with this, and then maybe might even get some repairs made up. We never know. You never know. This weather's holding out, so let's crack on. Right, so the weather is now starting to come in, which is not good. I can feel it in the air, which is never a nice thing. So I got a bit sidetracked and I started cleaning up these areas just to see how bad they are. This is a weird, like, odd hole to have. I thought that was going to turn into a hole, but it's not. It's just a bit of surface rust. And actually these quarters, this side's really good. I'll show you the other side. That's not quite as good. But yeah, let's flip it over. Actually, while I've got it this way around, I kind of was thinking, and a good friend Richard actually came up with the idea of doing a mono side here, because it's all rotten down here. However, someone's been in here and repaired this at some point. So I can repair that. I'm quite confident I've done that. That just needs welding back together and treating. And I've done enough gutter work now to kind of get my head around that. So the only real problem is this bit here, but the A panel I want comes up to here. So it leaves this piece. So I'm thinking I might have got away with that, but we'll see. That's on a side quest there. But let's flip it over and see what we've got left and what the kind of plan of action is. God, there's wasps everywhere. And what the plan of action is, because I'm quite impressed. I was expecting it to be a bit worse, but there is more work than I expected. So yeah, always is. It's a Mini. This rollover jig will never get old. It's so easy. Look, this is one-handed. It's just so much easier. I don't even have to put the pin in it. But we will, because we're on YouTube. Yeah, just game changer. So, it doesn't look great on camera, I will admit. However, let's run through what we have and haven't got. That is near enough bare metal. It is got a bit of surface rust. It has got a bit of pitting, but there is not one hole in that load base structure at all. Now, yes, there's slight corrosion on the inside of here, but there's actually a lot of wax inside there as well. Like, I'm not pulling out chunks of rust out of there. So I'm not too bothered by in there. We'll do our best with it. At the end of the day, it's a classic Mini. It's a commercial. It survived so well, really, to be at this point. But like I say, we haven't gone up to the top here. We've kind of gone to this swage line. I am thinking just doing 2 half floors. So anyone that's new to Minis, half floors will come up to just past this flute. So you've got leave your exhaust tunnel in and you do one half and then do the other half. I think that's what I want to do. It gets rid of all of that. It gets rid of all the pitting that's starting down here. It gets rid of all of that, and that'll do it both sides. So 2 floor panels, I think that'll sort that. Here, like I say, bob on, really happy. Valance we know about, we've not bothered trying to clean that back. So all the arches I've gone back and cleaned. Not one hole in here, apart from where the valance meets there. So I've stuck a whole load of fiberglass and stuff in there. So that's easy enough to fix. Big old cobweb up in there. And the same again, if I roll over the jig a little bit more, you'll see that it's very much the same on the other side. Oh, and then rainmakers. So yeah, and on here we've got, obviously it's loads of different colours now. However, we've got a little bit of work to do on the heel board here, but nothing that means the heel board's got to come out, which is a big deal for me. We've got this repair to do in here. This is all full of fiberglass and filler in there, but I could kind of see that was happening. It's kind of going along there as well. But again, this is driver's side, it's the worst side. And then we've got a bit of a bigger hole here, which is common taking all of this, but both these panels need doing both sides. So we do all that when we do the valance. But yeah, really, other than loads of rust constantly falling out of it, I'm quite impressed. I don't know about you guys. This is a lot better than the normal stuff I try and do. It's 2 big panels and a valance, and the underside of the car's done. I'm quite chuffed with that, to be quite fair. I mean, I make it sound easy saying that, but that's that's where we're at. So yeah, it's obviously looking a bit threadbare at the moment and a bit sorry for itself, but let's see where we get to. Right, so there we have it. Back inside, it's just started to rain. This is going to be a bit of a theme for this vehicle, unfortunately. We're going to do as much as we can in the time we've got free, which hopefully is going to be more now. I want you guys to get in the comments below, would you do 2 half floors, would you do full floors? Now I've already decided I am not doing full floors, I am not going through that alignment stress again, I am not doing it. So I'm aiming towards half floors, do you guys agree? It will get rid of all the rot out the bottom of the van, and then we can repair the rear arches, do the valance, and then we're on to front end doors, whatnot, and all the weird little repairs on the roof and the side panels, and loads to do. What do you think? Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. go check out Minimine, massive sponsors of this channel. Discount code on the screen now for 10% off when you spend £15 or more on their eBay store. Go do that. And if you fancy being even better than you already are, you lovely little community, become a patron or become a YouTube member. I post as many pictures that you don't really see online. I give ideas. You find out what's going on in the background. We're going to try and get back to a normality a little bit. Bear with me, guys. Personal life is kicking me around. As I get up, I get kicked back down again. So just bear with me. I'm not playing a violin. My personal life's my personal life. YouTube's YouTube. Please bear in mind and please be respectful of that. I'm doing the best I can in the background, but we're here. We're working on the Dream Mini. Can't wait. See you soon.